screen when I do that. Okay, so you get yourselves up there and let's start going. So those feet are hip distance apart. And we're starting off with your gentle neck stretches, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, and across. Nice solid feet on the floor. Straight solid legs, and thinking about lifting the inside arch of your foot. So solid foot contact with the floor onto your big toe, onto your little toe, and your heel. So you're spreading your weight through the foot. You're not just letting all the weight come down into your heel. Back we come into the center, that your head is lifting with a hot air balloon. You want to bring those shoulders up to your ears and pull the fingers down and away towards the floor. Thinking about that breath in, feel it filling up the lower ribs. And move into circles, big round circles. Keeping that head lifting, little tuck of the tailbone that you're starting to activate the lower tummy muscles. And reverse directions. Now take those arms out straight overhead to touch. Big wide active circle to the sides. Again, thinking about your big deep breath into those lower ribs. Stick the fingers together, palms together, and reach out. Push the hips away from the arrowhead. Come back into the middle, push the other way. Center and away. Into the middle and push out. One more each side. Really reach through those hands. Get a big side stretch from your armpit to your hip. Come back up into the middle. Reach those hands all the way out by your sides. Inhale. And exhale to roll down. So your chin to chest. Round and curl forwards. Let the head release from your neck. Using the weight of your head as a little bit of a traction or a stretch for your neck, and a gentle head nod. So a gentle nodding of your head. And side to side. Back into the middle, breath in. Exhale to build your spine back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lifting up, head to the ceiling, shoulders down, and continue to lift off the heels. You're going with that hot air balloon high, drawing the tummy for a little bit of balance. Heels are high off the floor, calves are tightening to lift you up. Release the feet to the floor, chin to chest, and round forwards again. Warming up the spine, draw in your tummy to get past the center, release your head. Fold your arms that you're holding to the opposite elbow, and side to side with the upper body, keeping your legs and your bum in the center. Back into the center, release those hands, inhale, and roll and curl back up. Building up your spine, lifting your head, releasing those shoulders down, and you're going again up onto the tip toes. Really tightening the calf to lift you off. Stay up there, pick a little spot to look at that isn't moving to help give you balance. We're releasing flat foot. Keep the feet hip distance apart. All your weight is shifting into that right leg and lift your left knee off. Solid thigh. This is like your tabletop. Head lifting, tummy drawn in, hands out. Let's start into circling those hands. So pick your spot that you're looking at that isn't moving. Every exhale, draw your tummy back, that it's giving you more stability to stay steady. Now change the direction of those hands. Keep that head lifting, tummy drawn into the spine. Stop with the hands, and we want to take your knee out to the side and back in. So staying as steady as you can, open out that hip and bring it back to the center. Two more. Last one. Back into the middle and a smooth release down, no big bang. It's landing hip distance apart, and right away you're bringing your weight over there, drawing in the belly button, lifting up the opposite side. Solid tabletop thigh. The bum on your standing leg is working to keep you quite steady. Take out the hands for our circles. So forwards with your circles and straight active arms. It's your hands are circling from your shoulders. It's not your elbows or your wrists. Every exhale, draw back in that tummy. And let's change our circle direction. And stop and open. Open the knee to the side and bring it back. Open. Keep the hip or the pelvis and your body forward. It's only the hip is opening out. Ooh, I nearly wet myself. Two more. Back into the middle and smoothly down. 2 feet down. Your little tiptoes. You can sometimes get a crampy arch. So up onto your tiptoes, back onto your heels, lifting the toes towards you off the floor, tiptoes, heels. When you're working hard in one foot and one arch, it can sometimes get a little bit crampy. Okay, let's sit ourselves down onto your blocks or your cushion. Not sure that I'm lined up very well there. Take your circle, get yourself sitting up nice and tall. So the reason we're up on our block is to keep your head over your pelvis, that you're not rounding in your lower back, that you're lifting up out of your lower back. So if you're feeling that you're flattening that lower back, get a little bit more height in under your bum. Hands are on the outside of the circle. Shoulders are down away from your ears. You're having a nice big deep breath into the side ribs and exhaling to twist. Breathing in and bringing it back on your exhale and turn. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale through. Inhale. Exhale to twist. And twist back. Keep that head lifting and your eyes are in the middle of the handles. Twist. Twist. Back into the middle and take those hands overhead. Fingers up to the ceiling so you're not gripping on tightly. There's a little pressure between the arms or keeping it there. Side flex out and keep your bum solid. Try to keep those knees level if they're not lifting with you. No matter what position your legs are in, try to keep them steady that the movement is only from your pelvis up. Shoulders are down in the ear or down in the sockets away from your ears. So you're not up here. Somewhere you have a nice space between your shoulders and your ear. We're coming back to the middle and we're lowering that all the way down. You're changing your position so your knuckles are on the back of the handles or on the inside. Nice straight arms to lift up and a little pop of your chest out and down. So touch the floor, lift up, pop that chest out through and down. Fingers pointing, shoulders down. Okay, next time stay up there. Keep them up nice and high. Breath in and exhale to twist. And your chin is towards your chest. The twist is from the chest. Your head isn't turning, your neck isn't turning. Exhale to twist. So we're getting a nice stretch between the shoulder blades area. Twist. And rotate to twist. And twist. And twist. Two more, one each direction. Back into the middle and take it down. We're going to take away the circle and you're going to bring your fingers up to the round part of your head behind. And we want to touch the elbows together and then widen all the way out as far as you can with the elbows out. So touch and open wide. Chin tuck. So the fingers are just lightly spread around the ball of your head behind. Chin tuck for a nice long neck. Come in to touch and open. So we're opening up the front body and squeezing those shoulder blades behind. Now stay when they're out wide. And we want to side flex over. So this is really nice for if you're spending long periods at a desk or driving. Keep that chin tucked so it's not the neck is working. We're opening your chest and the front of the shoulders. Squeezing the shoulder blades behind. Twist, or not twist, flex. And up and down. Keep those elbows wide. We are going to twist now. So twist from the chest. So a little chin tuck, nice long neck, and turn. Draw in that tummy to help you turn, to help you have a twist. Back to the middle and rotate. Center and twist. Center, twist. Middle, and twist. Come back into the middle, take the hands down and just give your neck a little rotation in case you gathered up any tension in those twists. So ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Heavy shoulders, if they're down away from your ears. And have a nice long neck stretch coming out of that. Going to lift the head back up in the center. Take your left hand on the outside of the right side. Right hand is in behind and you're inhaling to lift and lengthen to the ceiling. So lift the head to the ceiling and exhale to turn and twist and give yourself a good push out of that left hand. Breath in to lift up. Exhale to twist. Breathe into lift and lengthen. And take it back in through the center, walk your hands over on the other side. So swap the hands, your right hand on that left side. You're lifting and lengthening on the inhale. Exhale, turn and twist. Lift and lengthen. And come back through the middle to the other side. Last time to twist. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, rotate and twist. Lift up, and now last time all the way around, twist to the other direction. Lift up and lengthen, exhale to twist. We're coming back into the middle. You're going to give your shoulders a big roll back. So let your upper back round as the shoulders are coming forwards, and then lift your head to the ceiling and open that chest as you squeeze your shoulders back. Okay, we're going to get down onto the mat now. And we're going to use our ball. So take out the block or whatever you're sitting on. You're going to take the ball, which should have a good squeeze in it, that it's not blowing up tight. And if you're feeling really not so sure about the ball, you don't have to use it until you're feeling that you're used to it or you've got a good idea what we're doing with it. But lying with the feet and knees hip distance apart, we're going to put the ball, lift the bum up, and the ball is going at about your sacrum or the bottom of your spine, or your spine and your bum meet. And as long as it's in the center, as long as you drop, when you drop your weight into it, it goes soft and it covers quite a big area. So just worry about getting it in the center as opposed to where exactly it's sitting. When you put your weight on it, it spreads a much bigger area. And we're just going to go into our imprinting or pelvic tilting. So tip back. My hands are on my pelvis and I'm just doing that to show you the tip. So start off with an arch in your back, breath in. And exhale to draw the tummy towards the spine, tuck that tailbone and flatten your back towards the mat. There's a little tip on the ball. Let it go and relax. And exhale to tip back again. If we weren't on the ball, we'd be moving into an imprint position. And you can do all of this not on the ball if you want to. Inhale, exhale to tip back. No tension in the shoulders or the neck. I'm going to rest my hands by your side, by my sides, which is what you should be doing. Inhale. Exhale, tip back. Drawing that tummy towards the spine. And you're going to take off now into tabletop. So the 2 legs, 2 feet are off the floor. And we're nice and steady in that tabletop. So drawing the tummy towards the spine. Every exhale, reinforce that tightness a little bit more. And let's go into a smooth and steady toe tap from the hip. And we're going really slowly to start off with. We'll move through different variations, but all the movement from the hip, not a little knee kick. Slow and steady from the hip. And tune in to what's happening in the rest of your body. There should not be any tension in your shoulders or your neck. Your hands should not be clinging on for balance. The balance is coming from the tension in the tummy. Every exhale with a little bit more tension in that tummy, drawing the tummy towards the spine. And stop. And take your right hand overhead for a big wide semicircle, fingers hovering. Those legs are steady. Reach, spread wide. Chin tuck. You have a lovely long neck behind you. Give the back of your neck a good stretch. Hand is landing and you swap straight over to the other side. Reach. Every exhale, draw back that tummy. Okay, stop now with your fingers to the ceiling. And we're going to extend the right leg, left hand. Straight, reach the fingers overhead, straighten out that leg and stay as steady as you can. Other leg still. Big exhale, push the two out. So pushing out of your exhale. Draw down that tummy. The hand that's on the mat is not for balance. The balance is from your tummy. Back you come, staying in the center, take up your right hand. See, can you balance with no hands on the mat? We're just doing a little transfer, but we want to see how much balance you have when there's no limbs touching. Draw down that tummy and rest your left hand on the mat and into your extensions on the right hand, left leg. Reach. Two more. Stop. Take the other hand up and let's balance up again. It's good to have a little bit of a wobble around. It challenges your tummy or challenges your core to steady your fit self up. And we use our arms and legs best when we're stabilized in the center. Now, hands down lightly beside you, fast toe taps. So we've sped it up. We've started off really steady. Now you're going a little bit faster. It's only the toe tipping and the movement is all at your hip. It's not at your knee. Every exhale, draw down that tummy. And stop. And land one foot in the other. Let's lift the bum up. Pull out your ball, replace your spine back onto the mat, pop the ball in between your knees. Feet on the mat, and feet stay hip distance apart. Pop your hands out, shoulder level, palms down towards the mat. And we're going to take the ball and your feet over to the left. Pelvis is lifted as well. You can let your feet touch when they're out there, but look out to your right hand. So we want this whole side of your pelvis lifted. Push the top hip forwards, stacking those hips on top of each other. Back we come through the middle and out the other direction. Look out at the left fingers. Stack the top hip on top of the underneath one. Come back in and opposite. Center and look out. Back into the middle. We're going to take the ball in your hands and you're going to turn onto your side. So have your little headrest. Turn onto your side with the knees bent. Heels are at the same level as your bum. Underneath shoulders nicely tucked down away from your ears. Ball between the hands. And we're opening up into spinal twist. So take the hand to the ceiling, sink the shoulder, rotate further over, keep those eyes on the ball, hip forward. Inhale. Soften out further. So can you bring that ball towards the mat, push those hips forwards. Breathing in. And on your exhale, float to touch, lift, shoulder sink, rotate. Breathe in, open further. Inhale. Exhale, sweep over the top. Touch, float, shoulder down, open. Breathing in, opening more. Push those hips forwards. Inhale. Exhale, over. Touch, float, sink, rotate. Inhale, open further. Breath in and take it back. Last time, touch, float, sink, rotate over. Breathing in and opening further, push those hips forwards. Exhale up all over the top. Check in what's happened with that underneath shoulder. If it's gathered up around your ear, reset, push it down and pop the ball in between your knees. And we're doing a top fingers to the ceiling and open up an internal rotation. So you're opening your foot away from the below foot. The sole of the foot is trying to go parallel to the ceiling, so we're internally rotating the hips, the top hip. So bring it down to touch and open. Don't let the pelvis stagger or move. Okay, now when that leg is closing, close your hand with it. So they're opening together. Draw back the tummy to keep your upper body still. Okay, stop. Going to change our position for the ball between the ankles. And open into a clam, taking the upper arm with you. Draw back that tummy. Chin tuck to be sure you have a nice long neck, but you're not straining or overarching that neck. Your head should be in line with your pelvis. Nice long spine, tummy tight, and then using the arms and the legs without disturbing the stillness or the stability in your spine. When the arm is coming up overhead, fully pull the shoulder blade back and down, you're opening your chest. This time stay open and we're lifting our heels. Closing the knees in the hand, releasing the feet. Open, lift, close, release. Open, lift, close, release. Draw back that tummy. Open and lift, close down, release. Gonna stay open and lift and stay. Squeeze your heels open a little wider. Hold. Chin tuck, you have a long neck. Feel the work in that top hip, keeping you up there. Close and open and close. Open, close. Every exhale, you're drawing back that tummy. Stay open, squeeze the heels and open wider, and close. And release the feet, and let's let the ball slip out, but it's rolled back. Lift that top knee, take the leg forwards to around belly button level. Straighten out your other one and give that top hip a little bit of a pat out after doing that little series. It might be tired or feet work done. Now, hand up, underneath leg totally straight, and you're pointing the toes of that underneath leg, and kick, hover, kick. So the underneath leg is kicking off and hovering down. It's not touching the floor, it's just hovering. So kick and hover, 2 more. And stay in hover, don't let the foot drop, and circle forwards. 1, forwards 2, stop at hover. Keep that leg straight, reverse 1, 2, stop, forwards for 2. Stop, reverse for 2. All from the hip, not from the ankle, forwards for 2. Reverse for 2. Forwards for 2. Stop. Release. Take that hand down to touch, breath in. Exhale, float. Sink the shoulder in a big extended rotation. So leave your knee heavy on the floor, look out at that hand. Breath in. Open for more. Really push out into that rotation. Inhale and take it back over the top. Touch. Straighten those legs, point through your toes, let the underneath one float, get a really big lengthen in, chin tuck as if your head has been pulled in the other direction. And a little kick of those legs past each other. So throw in the tummy to try to keep your upper body still. And lift your hand to the ceiling for a little more challenge, or keep it along your side. So really good swimmers don't move in the center. Their trunk stays steady. To allow them to use their legs better or strongest. So you're trying to draw in that tummy to stabilize as you kick those legs or let those legs scissor past each other. Stop and release, and give that top hip a little pat out again. You want to get yourself turned over onto your other side. We need our ball in your hands to start off with. So you're starting off with those knees bent. All between the palms. And our spinal rotation. Inhale, exhale, float, sink the shoulder, rotate over to open, and keep those hips forwards. Breathe in and open. More on your exhale. Look out at ball, inhale. Exhale over the top, touch, float, sink, rotate, breathe in, open further, inhale, and exhale over the top, touch, float, sink, rotate, inhale, exhale more, hips forwards, inhale, and exhale over the top. Now check in what's happening with that underneath shoulder. Tuck it back down if it's risen up around your ear. Pop the ball between the knees. Fingers to the ceiling. While you inwardly rotate the hip, bringing the sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling. Touch the feet together and lift off. Don't tip forwards in your pelvis. It's the head of your hip. The head of your femur is rotating inwards. Long necks, chin tuck. Now we're going to bring in the hands, so close and open together. Don't move the trunk and the body in the middle. Every exhale, draw that tummy back. Stay. Reach those fingers to the ceiling and see, can you bring the foot any further to be parallel with the ceiling, but don't roll forwards and down. And let's swap the ball again, lower down, so we're between our ankles. Knees are touching and you're starting off into your opening of clam. Chin tuck, that we're not squeezing the back of the neck. Only the top knee or top leg lifting and moving. The rest of us is steady. Or the underneath leg is steady. Okay, open, lift, close, release. Open and lift, close down, release. Open, lift, close, release. In your own time. Open, draw back that tummy, lift, close, release. Now we're staying up there, squeeze the heels open wider. Hold, squeeze the heels and open wider. And close, keep the feet steady. And open, and close. Stay open, squeeze the heels and open wider. And close, and open. Stay up there, squeeze the heels and open wider. Close and down. Push out the ball. We're lifting up the foot and taking that whole leg forwards. Straighten your underneath leg, give that hip a little tap out. Lift those fingers to the ceiling, point the toes of the underneath leg, kick, hover, kick, and hover, kick, hover, kick, hover, kick, hover, kick, and hover, kick, hover, kick, hover. Speed it up. Speed it up. Little flash kick up in the air. All from the hip. You have a nice straight leg. Stop at the hover. Chin tuck that you're not squeezing your neck. And forwards for 2. Stop and reverse for 2. And forwards for 2. Reverse for 2. Forwards for 2. Reverse. Hold that leg up. Release. Touch the hands. Float over the top and keep going. Big extended twist. Feel the twist from your hip to your neck. Float over the top. Touch. Float. Sink that shoulder and open. Breathing in. Open further. Inhale. And take that hand back. And now straighten out the top leg onto the other. Imagine the hot air balloon is now lengthening you to the short end of your mat up here and pulling your toes in the other direction. So you've really lengthened your whole body out. Float those 2 feet You can take the hand to the ceiling or have it along your side. And scissor those legs past each other, but don't let your body move. Stop. And again, scissor. And stop. And release them down. Going to take out your block and get yourself flat on your back. We're going to have a quick little stretch with our circle. So grab your circle. And pop your right foot in. The ball of your foot is in the circle. Left foot is on the mat. And we're trying to get that right foot as straight as possible. So think not only about your hamstring getting stretched, but we really want to think about the back of the calf and the Achilles tendon coming up towards your foot. So try to soften and let go of that area. I'm going to take this away across your body. And now take that nice straight leg out towards the floor, keeping your body on the mat as much as possible. So don't let the other side lift. And that left foot, the toes should still be pointing to the ceiling, and it's an active leg. The left leg isn't just resting there. The muscles are tightened, toes to the ceiling, spread out the toes. So when you're trying to put a little bit of air between your toes of the left leg. Keeping it really active. Let's bring that straight leg, the right leg back into the center. And the left leg is coming up to join. We're doing a little swap over, change the position. So now I've slipped my right foot out. It's not in the circle. And I want to slowly and control bring that straight leg down. Slow, slow, slow. So it's touchdown. And we're thinking about our stretching on the left. So soften that calf and let it give with the stretch. So let it lengthen, let the Achilles tendon lengthen, and keep the leg as straight as possible so your hamstrings are lengthening. We're going to take that nice straight leg across your body. And now take that nice straight leg out towards the floor. Pelvis remains on the mat. And back. Gonna take away the circle. See, can you keep that leg nice and straight in the air? And slowly, slowly lower it. So keep it really active and straight as you're lowering it down, really slowly. To the mat. Relax. Relax the foot. We're gonna walk the feet up with knee bent. Touch the soles of your foot so you're opening out. You're butterflying the knees out, and we're giving the groin a gentle stretch. So pop your hands onto your rib area and try to engage the tummy so you're flattening the lower back towards the mat. And then leaving the weight of the legs to open out the pelvis and the hip area. Soles of the feet are touching each other. Bring the knees together, walk your feet to be as wide as your mat. So even you can put your toes on the floor, that they're off the mat. Be sure that they're really wide, and we want our knees to drop off to the left at the same time. But try to keep your pelvis and your body on the mat, so it's only in the hips that you're getting this stretch. It's a hip joint rotation. Come back into the middle and drop them off the other side. Come into the middle and drop out. Middle and drop. And drop the other side. Come back. Take the knees into your chest, wrap your hands around your shins or around your knees and just circle your ankles. Reverse your circle. Take your forehead to meet your knees. And release down. So chin to chest, forehead to knees. And down. Last time, chin to chest and reach the forehead towards your knees and releasing down. Hands overhead. Give yourself a big stretch out. Point through those toes. We're going to come onto our hands and knees for a few final stretches. So reposition yourself. Hands shoulder distance apart, knees hip distance apart. Starting off with a nice flat back. Release your head towards the floor. Push into those hands, arch up, tuck your tailbone into a nice high cat stretch. Come back to flat back. Make sure your fingers are spread out wide, that you've got a good base of support, a good foundation, arch in the cat. Flat back. And cat. Stay in cat and bring your bum back into your heels. And come back up with the arched back. Release. And arch. Flatten your backs and lift your eyes forwards at your head's in line with spine. Eyes to the top of your mat. Thread the needle. So take your right hand into the air. Look up at the sun. And sweep in underneath, threading your needle. And reach. Don't let your bum move too much. Sweep in through. Reach up. Open up your chest. Sweep in under. 2 more. And down, other side. Left side, lift, eyes to your thumb. Sweep, keep your bum steady. Over you go, looking up and under. And sweep. And under. 2 more. And up you go. And down. Take your bum back onto your heels. Spread those hands out in front a little further. Release with your head. Walk your hands to the right hand side. Let your chest weigh down onto your right side. Leave your head heavy, that you're stretching down that left side. Walk back on the other side. Soften down into it. Weight is now on your left side. Come back up into a tabletop again, and you're just going to widen your knees now as wide as your mat. Take your bum back towards your heels and let your body weight drop between your thighs. So you have a wide leg shelf stretch. Walk those hands as far out as you can. You're getting the shoulder blades to stretch. Forehead on the mat. Just soften into your breathing. We're finishing up now, so just think about your last breaths, breathing into those side ribs. And on your exhales, drop down into that stretch. And that's us for this morning, or for whatever time it is where you're joining us. That is our first of 6 weeks back. The class is available for a week, not just the 24 or 48 hours. It's up for a week. And I hope to see you all next week.